Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, today we will be going over the CompTIA A Plus Core 1 exam, okay? Preferably the 220-1201, which is the new version of the Core 1, okay? I am not a professor, but I went through the PDF and I took all the objectives without straying away from topic and without straying away from the different subjects. I just went through the objectives on what CompTIA told you need to know, and in order of how it is on the objective PDF, I created this PowerPoint review, okay? This is not a full course, and what I mean by that is this is basically a review. Like after you already went to class, you already studied, you know these things, but you just need a way to review before the test, you know? You just need to review and make sure that you remember the things, especially those things that you studied at first in the first week, 2 weeks that might be slipping your mind. You need to review and jog your memory, okay? So this is what this is about. Every single thing on that objective PDF is covered in this review. And like I said, I am not a professor, all right? But I have taken many CompTIA exams from the A Plus to the Network Plus, the Linux Plus, Security Plus, CYSA Plus, Pentest Plus. All these exams I've taken and passed. And I was like, you know what? How can I help all the people that are subscribed to my channel? How can I help all the future people that will be subscribing? How can I help the people that are coming up in IT brand new? And, they need a way to get in to this industry. They're trying to find people that kind of are like them, because sometimes people relate better to the people that came up in the industry the same way that they came up versus the others that been in the industry for 20 years and it's like they can't fully relate to them because the times has changed, the technology has changed and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's jump into the videos, okay? Now, this exam is a two-part exam, right? To get A Plus certified, you got to take two parts, the Core 1 and then the Core 2. This reviews on the Core 1 and it covers more like phones, laptops, mobile devices, networks, hardware, cloud virtualization, and troubleshooting, okay? You have 90 minutes, max 90 questions, and you have to score about a 675 out of 900, okay? Which is very doable as long as you put that work in and you study, right? Domain 1, mobile devices, all right? We have objective 1.1, given a scenario, monitor mobile device hardware and use appropriate replacement techniques, all right? Now, most laptops and mobile devices today use lithium-ion batteries. These are efficient, but they wear down over time. Common problems are batteries that won't hold a charge, drain quickly, or swell. If you ever see a swollen battery, like when a laptop trackpad bulges, that's dangerous. The correct step is to power it down immediately and replace it with an approved battery. Remember, always use proper disposal and never puncture or throw lithium batteries in the trash. Now, laptop keyboards fail for many reasons. Stuck keys, liquid spills, or entire rows not working. If a user reports that certain keys don't respond, the fix is usually to replace the keyboard. That involves removing the bezel, disconnecting the ribbon cable, and installing the correct replacement. Always order the part that matches the exact laptop model because layouts differ. RAM is the short-term memory of a system. If you see random crashes, freezing, or errors during boot, faulty RAM could be the cause. When upgrading RAM, like moving from 8 gigabytes to 16 gigs, remember laptops use SODIMM models, not full-size DIMMs. Handle RAM with ESD precautions, and insert it firmly at an angle until it locks in. Hard drives and solid-state drives are where data lives. Hard drives have moving parts and fail with clicking or grinding noises. Solid-state drives are much faster with no moving parts, but can fail suddenly. When upgrading, you can either clone the old drive or do a clean OS install. Now keep in mind, hard drives, higher capacity but slower. Solid-state drives, faster performance but higher cost per gigabyte. Wireless cards are network interface card modules, often M.2, that enable devices to connect to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth networks. When these cards fail, common issues include dropped connections and the inability to detect available networks. A typical replacement scenario occurs when a laptop repeatedly disconnects from enterprise Wi-Fi and diagnostics point to a failing Intel AX201 card. The proper fix involves removing the laptop's bottom cover, replacing the faulty card, and reattaching the main and auxiliary antenna leads to restore stable wireless connectivity. Biometrics. Mobile device hardware replacements often focus on two key components: biometrics and NFC modules. Biometrics such as fingerprint readers and facial recognition are essential for user authentication. If the biometric reader fails, as can happen with models like the HP EliteBook, the fix usually involves replacing the biometric sensor board. NFC or near-field communication is primarily used for badge access and mobile payments. When the NFC scanner malfunctions, the hardware solution is to replace the NFC module, or in some cases, the back cover assembly. The key point is that biometrics ensure secure user authentication, while NFC enables short-range radio communication for access and payments. And both typically require hardware replacement when they stop working. Wi-Fi antenna connectors and placement involve coaxial antenna wires routed through the laptop display lid to ensure optimal reception. When problems occur, the most common symptoms include poor Wi-Fi signal strength and frequent dropped connections. Cameras and webcams are integrated imaging devices commonly found in laptops and mobile devices. They can experience issues such as blurry images, failure to be detected in Device Manager, or a privacy shutter becoming stuck. For example, when a user experiences a black screen during Teams calls, it often points to a failed webcam module. The replacement process involves removing the bezel, swapping out the camera board, and testing functionality with the Windows Camera app to ensure the new module is working properly. Also, making sure that drivers are updated on the device will definitely help with making sure that the cameras and webcams that are being used are working properly. Microphones in laptops and mobile devices function as built-in audio input devices, enabling voice communication and recording. Common problems include muffled or no audio, disabled drivers, or complete failure to pick up sound. For example, if a laptop microphone stops working after liquid damage, the issue often requires replacing the mic board, which is frequently integrated with the webcam assembly. After replacement, functionality is verified through the sound control panel to ensure proper operations.